There was a man whose name alone could change the mood of an entire battlefield. Before the fighting even began, enemy commanders became uneasy when they heard that he was leading the Muslim army. His courage was unmatched, his leadership inspired confidence, and his military brilliance became known across Arabia, Persia, and the Roman Empire. That man was Khalid ibn al-Walid, remembered throughout history as the Sword of Allah. From a young age, Khalid was different. He grew up in a family known for strength and leadership. He learned to ride horses with exceptional skill, to fight with the sword and spear, and to command warriors long before he became a Muslim. Even those who opposed him admitted that he possessed remarkable intelligence and courage. Before embracing Islam, Khalid fought against the Muslims. During the Battle of Uhud, his brilliant cavalry attack changed the course of the battle. His ability as a military commander was already clear, but Allah had chosen a greater destiny for him. The same man who once stood against Islam would become one of its greatest defenders. When Khalid accepted Islam, everything changed. He dedicated his strength, experience, and life to serving Allah. He never looked back at his past. Every skill he possessed was now used to protect the Muslim community and spread justice. One of the first great tests of his leadership came at the Battle of Mu'tah. The Muslim army was heavily outnumbered. 3 commanders were killed one after another. Confusion spread among the soldiers, and many believed the army would be destroyed. Then Khalid stepped forward. He took command without fear. He reorganized the army under immense pressure. He changed the battle formations, confused the enemy with unexpected movements, and prevented what seemed like certain defeat. Through his leadership and Allah's help, the Muslim army withdrew safely instead of being wiped out. From that day, the Prophet Muhammad gave him the title, the Sword of Allah, a title that history has never forgotten. After the death of the Prophet, many tribes rebelled against the Muslim state. Others followed false prophets who claimed to receive revelation. The Muslim community faced one of the greatest crises in its history. Whenever the situation became most difficult, Khalid was chosen to lead. He marched across Arabia, defeating rebellion after rebellion. His victories restored unity to the Muslim community. He never hesitated when others feared. Every difficult mission became his responsibility. Then came an even greater challenge. The Persian Empire was one of the most powerful nations on earth. Its armies were larger, wealthier, and better equipped than the Muslim forces. Yet Khalid was not intimidated. He studied the enemy carefully. He moved his soldiers with incredible speed. He attacked from unexpected directions. His discipline and planning allowed much smaller Muslim armies to defeat forces that many believed could never be beaten. Soon afterward, he received orders to move toward the Roman Empire. Instead of taking the normal route, Khalid led his army across a harsh desert that many believed no army could cross. Water was scarce. The heat was unbearable. Many thought the journey itself would destroy the army. But Khalid understood that victory often belongs to those willing to attempt what others consider impossible. His soldiers trusted him completely. They crossed the desert. They reached the battlefield before the enemy expected them. Their arrival completely changed the course of the campaign. Khalid never relied only on courage. He relied on careful planning. He understood the strengths and weaknesses of his enemies. He knew when to attack. He knew when to defend. He knew when patience would bring greater victory than rushing forward. One of his greatest achievements came during the Battle of Yarmouk. The Roman army was enormous. Many believed the Muslims had little chance of victory. Khalid carefully organized every division of the Muslim army. He placed experienced fighters where they were needed most. He moved cavalry at exactly the right moment. He encouraged his soldiers to remain united and never lose hope. The result became one of the greatest victories in Islamic history. His enemies respected him. Many feared him before the battle even began. Some commanders changed their entire strategy simply because they learned Khalid was leading the Muslim army. His reputation spread far beyond Arabia. Kings heard his name. Generals studied his movements. Armies prepared differently whenever they knew he was coming. Yet, despite all these victories, Khalid remained humble. He never fought for wealth. He never fought for power. He never fought to make his own name famous. He fought because he believed that serving Allah was greater than any position or honor. His body became a living record of battle. He received wounds from swords. He was struck by spears. He was hit by arrows. Almost every part of his body carried the marks of war. Yet after surviving countless battles, Allah decreed that he would die peacefully in his home instead of on the battlefield. As death approached, Khalid looked at the scars covering his body. He said that there was hardly a place without the mark of a sword, spear, or arrow. Yet he was dying in his bed. He had hoped to die while fighting for the cause of Allah. These words were not spoken out of disappointment with Allah's decree. They showed how deeply he longed to dedicate every moment of his life to serving his Lord. Later, during the leadership of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Khalid was removed from command. Many expected him to become angry. Many expected him to refuse. Many expected him to defend his position. Instead, he obeyed immediately. He continued serving as an ordinary soldier under another commander. His loyalty was never to leadership. His loyalty was always to Allah. That humility made him even greater than his military victories. Today, more than 14 centuries later, Khalid ibn al-Walid remains one of the greatest military commanders in history. His courage, discipline, leadership, wisdom, humility, and complete trust in Allah continue to inspire millions of people around the world.